Fellas, you need to get lean at least one time in this lifetime because once you already reach it, you're gonna get the biggest confident boost. You're gonna get more ambitious. You're gonna feel great. Your energy is gonna be skyrocket through the roof. And it just comes with loads of benefits and discipline that's gonna transfer to many areas in life. It's honestly a bundle. It's not just the physical appearance of it, it's many other things that come with it. You gain more respect as well, so why wouldn't you? It's a good investment in yourself. It's not buying a house. It's not buying your car. It's not buying that jewelry that you wanted or the designer clothes. It's literally your own body. Getting that in shape is the best gift you can give yourself. And I don't see why most of us aren't making the fight for it. A lot of us are just getting lazy, cheaping on food, don't want to cook. And a lot of us are skinny fat too in the gym. And the reason for that is because most of us are very inconsistent with our eating. It can be like us eating 5 to 6 times a week, very clean. And then on the weekend, we'll lose it on, unfortunately, eating out with friends or eating out with your girlfriend, whoever it can be. And I'm not saying to not have a life, of course. We all have a life. We all want to have social life as well. But it sucks when you realize when you're getting lean that a lot of this social life is revolved around food problem as well that a lot of us just aren't conscious of. We just mindlessly kind of eat whatever. And then when we do get into fitness, we still aren't too knowledgeable on stuff, as in like we just eat whatever we see on the mainstream media, as in protein bars and like protein slop that we see, and a lot of new gym goers fall for it. And in the gym, they don't make any progress and they quit. And a lot of it has to do with because, like I said, they're not eating the right things, they're not fueling their body right, and that makes them want to quit the gym right away. And the easiest fix for that is your diet and your lifestyle. You need to be getting more vitamin D, more things that are going to optimize your hormones, your testosterone. No one talks about testosterone when getting into fitness. And yes, everyone knows what testosterone is. Everyone just talks about the pinning version, but no one talks about your natural T levels that are probably screaming for help because of your bad habits that you've had your whole life. And now that you're getting into fitness, now is a perfect excuse to want to optimize them and build muscle and feel the greatest. So just start including more red meats, more dairy, more carbohydrates, honey, and honey is a carbohydrate, but you know what I mean. Those sound tasty and are tasty. I eat a lot of steak, ground beef with rice and sweet potato. My foods every day taste amazing. You have to make it enjoyable because if you're eating dog food, chicken and rice and broccoli every day, of course you're gonna end up falling off at some point because it's very unenjoyable. And the progress and your hormones are gonna get wrecked too because you're eating such low fats. You just make the whole thing just miserable. And while you eat these foods that are going to support your hormone health, your mood, your recovery, everything that's going to benefit you in every area in life, mental health. I can go all day about that. And it has to do with what you're eating. So stop drinking almond milk, stop having this super low fat diet because if you're natural, that's not going to work out for you. You're just making yourself struggle more and you're making the journey more miserable, while getting lean is actually very simple. You just have to move daily. I know you hear it all the time. Yes, get your 10,000 steps in. Walk in the morning. Let that sun hit you. Let the circadian rhythm hit you. Have your breakfast after. Have 4 eggs to 6 eggs. And then accompany that with some type of fat, avocado or raw milk, anything. And that doesn't already sound delicious to you. And with eggs, you can make so much variety with eggs. You can make scrambled eggs, sunny side. You can make pancakes with them. And it's the same with other food with ground beef. You can make ground beef patties. You can make ground beef bowls. You can make kebabs if you know how to make those. And for example, I like to make Adana kebabs a lot with the ground beef. I mix ground beef and lamb a lot. And you see, these foods just sound enjoyable, right? They don't sound miserable. Sounds delicious. Who doesn't like milk? Who doesn't like honey? Who doesn't like fruit? Who doesn't like steak and ground beef? So I don't know why there's this misconception that those foods are bad for us when in reality those are the super foods right there. And those foods will turn you into a superhuman if you're a natural. So don't neglect those foods. Don't neglect the saturated fats because it will come back and bite you when your hormones are screaming and you don't even wake up bricked anymore. You're gonna be waking up bricked with no motivation, and you're just gonna want to quit, and you're gonna be like, man, I'm just gonna go back to eating my goislap. And that's what happens majority of the time. Or they just start hitting the gym and they don't see the progress because, like I said, you don't see progress if you're half-assing stuff as well. Like I said, you have to be 100% committed with your diet. You can't binge eat all the time. You have to stay in control. You have to think you have to remember what you're working for and that you only have one life. And if you keep setting and setting and setting back and you actually achieve it, you only have that one life and you're gonna waste it. And don't waste your potential as well. We all have an amazing base. We all have great genetics. So let's make the most of what you are and just eat clean. Don't be eating goislap. We know it's not good for it's not beneficial. A lot of us are walking around with no jaw lines, with just bloated faces, lots of acne, and very unhealthy. And I was the same way. I don't just say this stuff because I just spawned in with the body or whatever. I had to work my ass off so much. I've even complicated. I've even thought about taking steroids at one point because I was like, my genetics are just bad. But no, that's not it. I just wasn't putting in the actual effort, and I realized and sat with myself. I really wasn't. I was having cheat days pretty often, and every now and then I would have a drink with my homies, so I wasn't doing anything. And unfortunately, I had to make that sacrifice of distancing myself from those friends because they weren't aligning with my goals. And sometimes you just have to do that. Or maybe you can influence them. I influence some of my friends, so hopefully that works. But see you again.